Useless little key race alert.
All right, it is now time for the Week 8 preview show, Week 7 recap. We have a lot to discuss as the playoff race is very
Go,
tightening up.
Joe, go!
Lol, Sleepy Joe looks like he might win the presidency.
He will.
God bless
I'd bet money on it.
America. Rip my 401k. Anyways, as we move in straight to the recap of last week, we start with my matchup versus Ernie.
GG
I
golfer.
cried in a corner for a very long time after Rob Gronkowski got so fucking close to giving me what I needed, but he didn't give me enough as I lost
Okay, what is this beeping I'm
102.24
hearing?
to 102.72. I don't know. I barely hear it. I don't hear it that much, but can
Won't stop
someone
now.
monitor the party?
Oh,
Up there it was. Who
slaps.
is that?
Slaps.
Slaps. Hello. Can you take care of that smoke alarm or whatever the hell that is? Um, so yes, Ernie gets the .48 victory as my team severely disappointed compared to the projected totals as I was projected heavily in this matchup. But as I was telling Ernie all week, it wasn't over, even though he kept being a bitch and saying it was over. So congrats to Ernie. Big win for him. Moves him to 4-4. Pushes me back to 4-4 in that mess of a standings. When we look at the board, you'll see I currently have the last playoff spot if the playoffs started today based on points for, but it's very tight. Basically, the only highlights were Rodgers and Kamara. They both got over 20. Gronk did well once again, third week in a row. He caught a touchdown pass, really gave me a chance in that Monday night game as I needed about little less than 15 points from him. He almost delivered, but I fall short. My wide receivers got severely outplayed by Ernie as they all got under 10. And Ernie's wide receivers popped off as Fulgham got a late touchdown to kill me. Ayuk got a late touchdown to kill me. And that was enough for Ernie to get this big win for him as now he probably might have McCaffrey back in the next week. So big win for him to put him to 4-4. Ernie, your comments after your great win against me. Great
Very
week for you.
lucky, very lucky win. I'll take it.
Yep, they all
Mostly at
count the same.
the bottom end. I wish you nothing but the best of luck, offer. This
All
is now
right,
crunch
thank
time
you.
where everything counts.
Thank you. This close
And
loss was a preview of the election. You hate to see it.
and
Uh,
with that being said,
yeah,
GG.
yeah.
Welcome, Mr. New President Joe Biden.
Okay. Sleepy Joe. All right, we move on to the next matchup. We had Matt versus Hunter. A huge victory for Hunter, 118 to 78. Matt now losing a few in a row has now slipped to 5-3 in a tie for first place, but based off of points for, he's in third. Hunter gets the big win to move to 4-4, now a 500 record and right in the hunt. Madris's team was a giant yikes once again. He scored how many points did he score last week? Like 60 some? 60, and then this week
64.
he scores 78. This is looking for needs some help. He has Cam Newton get him 18 points, had a decent game, bounced back a little bit, but fumbled late in that game when they possibly could have either won the game or tied the game. So that was kind of a yikes for him in the game. But for fantasy wise, he did okay. Henry did all right. Fournette did okay with 10, but his wide receivers really let him down more than mine. Cooper only got 1.5, Thielen 5.7, AJ Green, who he keeps starting and isn't looking good. So yeah, some question marks for Matt's team. We'll see what he does. I'm interested to see if he just continues to play the people that are doing shit each week for him or if he actually changes things up. Could be the difference between his team making it or not. Hunter, nice week for him, 118. Joe Burrow did pretty well in his fill-in start as Watson was on a bye. His running backs kind of just did average, didn't do anything great, but Robert Woods popped off with 28 huge points. Travis Kelsey also had 24. AJ Brown did well once again, looking great. So yeah, his wide receivers really pretty much carried his team to the victory. Hunter, your comments on a huge win for your team?
Um, I'm glad I could get this win next week. I kind of needed it for playoffs.
Yep.
And Matt did pick the right running back. It's just that he
Yeah.
was a bit unlucky on that end for the rest of
Yeah,
his
he
team.
picked he picked the right running back over Ronald Jones as he got him 4 more points, but he benched Claypool, who actually had 13, which did better than any of his wide receivers that he started. But it wouldn't really have mattered as Matt's team just kind of laid an egg from the whole wide receiver department. All right, moving on to the next matchup. We had another big victory in this one as Slaps 40-point Metcalf gets the win against Pete, pushes him to now 1-7. I would have never thought I would see this, and apparently has sent Pete into some inactivity as he's not in the party, right? He hasn't joined.
No.
So apparently he's not in the show for the first time this year. So
Slaps
maybe that loss sent Pete into some inactivity. But 116-80, Pete's team only scoring 80, so he doesn't have a beef this week that he got so unlucky. Although Metcalf did it to him with 40 huge points. Kenny Galladay got hurt and got him 0, but Metcalf picked up the slack. So now that's back-to-back weeks where Seattle wide receivers have totally fucked Pete with huge games.
Pete's 0 for 3 against Seattle.
Yep, he is 0 for 3 against those Seattle wide receivers. He has gotten screwed with them. But Lamar Jackson, only 14 points. Another just below average game for his standards. And now Kenny Galladay's hurt. Slaps has made a ton of moves this week, as we'll preview when we get to the preview. Pete's team really laid an egg as Carson Wentz. He started him because he had a bye with Murray, and that was a yikes with only 8 points against that horrible Cowboys defense. Yet he looked horrible. James Conner did okay. Allen Robinson actually looked good with that horrible Bears offense, and he had a cleared concussion protocol. But everyone else laid an egg on Pete's team. Kittle is now out forever. Big yikes as Pete's team continues to take hits. 1-7, pretty much it has to pretty much win out. I mean, he could make the playoffs with 8 losses, as we already talked about, but it's very, very unlikely. I mean, this loss really hurts him. Congrats to Slaps. Slaps, your comments on a big win over Pete?
I mean, I'm not sure if Pete likes pina coladas and sand, but the Caribbean is calling you Pete.
Wow, maybe that's where he is right now. Maybe he's at the beach and they don't have internet out there or something.
He's with Matt.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, with Matt. Wow.
But no, big week. I knew DK was going to pop off against San Francisco.
Yeah.
I had a good feeling.
Good thing you didn't trade him for Tyler Lockett.
No, I know. But yeah, some big moves which we'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, I'm happy with the team where it is there.
Okay. Any concern about Lamar Jackson now that you've traded away Brady?
No, not at all. He was
Okay.
playing Pittsburgh last week.
Yeah, okay.
He's got a bounce back game against Indianapolis this week. So
Tough defense. Okay.
tough defense, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Big win, puts you to 5-3, right in that tied for first place. Moving on to the next matchup. This was actually a decent matchup. I was a little surprised. Pete Cheese's team performed pretty well, but Zombie's team was a buzzsaw this week. 157-119 puts Zombie at 5-3 in that group. Tied for first. Cheese 4-4, still right in it, even though they had a tough loss, tough matchup. Cheese finally gets a matchup where he doesn't face someone that scored nothing. He finally gets someone that scored a good amount of points. But Cheese 119 scored pretty respectable. Zombie had Mahomes pop off. Zombie's running backs, I mean, Gallman did pretty well, but Joshua Kelly did horrible as the Chargers lost to my Broncos. Fuck the Chargers. Tyreek Hill, 25 points. Adams, 30 points. Julio, 20 points. Zombie's three-headed monster there at wide receiver continues to do very well for him. On Cheese's side, he had Russell Wilson have a great game, and as he acquired him, that was a good trade for Cheese. Bernard had another great game. If Mixon just continued, I mean, Bernard is doing much better than Mixon when Mixon was starting. So we'll see when they bring back Mixon. But if Bernard could just stay as the guy, that would be a great thing for Cheese's team. Bell didn't do that much. Yeah, Bell didn't do that much against the Jets. Yeah, Bell didn't do that much against the Jets, which was a little surprising. I thought he'd have a better game in a revenge game. Cooper Kupp had a nice game, though, and Evans got a touchdown. So pretty decent result for Cheese. 119, yeah, 119, third most. It was kind of a lower scoring week, but third most. Kind of a tough loss, but his first real unlucky matchup of the year. So, Zombie, any comments on your team's victory and good showing by your team this week?
I kind of feel bad for Cheese. His team finally does good. for
Yeah,
and
I don't feel bad for him because
really
he's
nice
gotten
though.
plenty of wins with less than 100
Yeah,
points, so it
I
evens
got wins I
out.
haven't deserved.
Yeah, it evens
That's
out.
fair.
Whoa, whoa.
But
Chi.
this does give me confidence
Yeah,
going
it
forward. I
gives
can
you.
actually score
Yeah.
not over 100 points.
Well, listen, I will say people have give Cheese a lot of shit and justifiably so for some of his deals that he has made. But some of them he's made recently, I think, have been a lot better. I mean, the Russell Wilson trade, I think, was very good as Bill just seems to be fire sailing everyone. So that was good. I think getting rid of Lamar was kind of a questionable move, but I mean, you upgraded heavily with Wilson.
I now
so,
own the entire
yeah.
Texans offense.
Yeah, so I think you're right in it. I mean, obviously you're right in it at 4-4, but I think you have just as good a chance as anyone to make the playoffs. So, all right, moving on. We had Beach
Yikes.
Bills. I mean we what was it? Hunter said Matt and Pete were at the beach, but he didn't say anything about Bill. That's kind of surprising. Beach Bills against Pook, and this was an absolute raping. I think we all pretty much thought it would be an absolute raping, except for Bill. But it was an absolute raping. 73 points for Bill. Lowest score of the week to 131 for Pook. Pook's team came back strong after some losses. Pook moves to 5-3. Bill now moves to 3-5. In 11th place, just ahead of Pete by 2 games. Bill's gonna need to start getting wins here if he's going to contend for that playoff spot. Bill's team just was a total disappointment pretty much all around. Evan Ingram was the one. When I'm saying Evan Ingram is the highlight, you know it's a bad week for your team as he finally got over 10 points with 12 points, and that was pretty much the highlight of Bill's team. On Pook's team, just an absolute raping, although Josh Allen did not do that great. Jonathan Taylor did not do that great, but Dalvin Cook was the star of the week with 48 huge points. Keenan Allen did well. Diggs did well. Goddard didn't do that great in his first game back for a while, but enough between those huge games from Cook and Allen to get him to 131. Big win. Pook, any comments on your absolute raping of Bill? Bill needs some Vaseline after that one.
Nope.
No, just expected. All right, and Bill didn't make any comments, of course, because he got raped, so we will move on to the final matchup of the week, the closest one of the week besides my matchup with Ernie.
Oh, this matchup.
Another one that was a thriller, a Sunday night thriller. We had a Sunday night thriller and a Monday night
Jesus.
thriller, as we had a low-scoring game between Zach and Pussy, but Pussy getting the win, 94.9 to 90.6, as Pussy, believe it or not, his Eagles defense against that trash Dallas offense got him 21 points, and how he got the 21 points was crazy. Had an intentional safety by the Cowboys, had turnovers galore, just a huge performance to get him over the edge as he was losing going into that, and then got the 21 points to put him in the win. Tough one for Zach, as Zach has had some high-scoring games that he has lost. He now has a low-scoring game that he barely loses because of a defense. It always sucks if you lose because of a defense. That's just horrible. But I will leave it up to the comments from Pussy. Your comments. You now move to 5-3, tied for first, right there. Your comments after your low scoring, but it's still a win.
I don't really have any comments. I will just say that I feel bad.
I mean, Zach talks
but
some
not
shit.
really. It's
No,
Zach.
you don't. You don't feel bad.
It's
What?
Zach.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, you
It's
don't.
Zach,
feel as bad
so
as
I don't-
me.
God, I mean, it's so hard to keep up with Pussy every week because one minute he's flipping to one side, then the next minute he's
It's
flipping to
Pusa.
the other
Sure,
side.
that's true.
Pusa,
I
it's
mean,
Pusa.
last week it was fuck you, Zach. This week it's I feel bad for you, Zach. I mean, Jesus Christ.
How the
No,
fuck
no,
is
no,
Pussy 5-3?
Yeah, he's 5-3. It's impressive, but I mean, we'll see. He's not guaranteed for the playoffs. Got to keep
Jared
winning.
Goff did not
GG, Zach.
not
GG,
look
buddy.
fantastic.
GG's. Zach, are you gonna give him the GG back? You're now 3-5, tied with Bill, near the bottom there, but still right in the playoff hunt. Tough week for you as your team really didn't perform that well besides Herbert and Jamal. No Jamal this week though. Any comments and thoughts after this tough one from the Cowboys?
The Dallas fucking Cowboys have overtaken
The
the
Bills.
Buffalo Bills as my number one hate.
I don't know.
They are America's hated
No,
team.
no. Yeah, when you literally give a safety to the
Zach,
other
we
team.
literally lost like $400 to those bump
I
ups
don't
against
give
the
a fuck.
Jets.
That shit hurt more. That shit hurt more.
The safety. When they did that intentional safety, I was like, what the fuck is the point of
Dude, I mean,
I almost shit my pants.
Oh my god.
Because I shit my pants more on the safety than the touchdown because I was just in shock on the fucking touchdown
Yeah.
because everybody that Helen Keller could have called that call that he was down with possession. But let me not get ahead of myself. We all know the truth.
Okay. All right. Well, you're still right in it. Your team. I mean, is Mike Thomas finally going to come back or what?
Mike, the return
I
of
mean-
Michael.
I mean, you get
Antonio.
Clown Brown as well, possibly.
What a
Hopkins
starting
back
three
from
wide
bye.
receivers
Yeah.
this week. We have
Let
The
that
question
shut
is,
up.
are they going to
Shut
make up?
up.
Are they going to make up for your
We
running
have
backs?
DeAndre Honorary can't guard.
All right, well,
cousin
let's
Hopkins.
get into the
And we have
preview and we'll look at your team.
Antonio. I stay at Tom Brady's house all the time.
Yeah.
Brown.
Okay.
What a
Yeah.
three.
Recipe
What
for
a
disaster.
roll.
All right, we will look at your
Shut up.
team in a second, Zach, and see your running back situation. But anyways, real quick at the standings, like I said, 5 teams all at 5-3. It's a crazy standings, and then we have 4 teams at 4-4, 1 game back. I mean, anything can happen with this standings. I mean, the only person, like I said, that's a long shot to make it is Pete. Everyone else still has a good chance to make it if they can string together wins. These next few weeks are going to be crucial. So we'll see what happens with the standings as we move forward. And we go into the preview part of the show. We will start with the first matchup of week 9. We have myself versus Pussy. Pussy made a trade right before the show today. It actually dropped his projected total a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. He is projected for 99.6 points against me after the tough loss last week with 44. I'm now 4-4. Pussy's 5-3, so I need this win desperately to stay at the top of the pack. Projected for 133, but I do not put much into the ESPN rankings as last week projections had me beating Ernie by quite a lot, and I didn't. So the team needs to perform this week. Last week was an absolute shit show as everyone took the week off. I have Aaron Rodgers against the 49ers if that game's played tomorrow night. I don't know what the 49ers, if they're mailing it in or what. I hope they are. So hopefully Rodgers can feast with no running backs. Hopefully they can pass all over the place. We'll see. Alvin Kamara, who is listed as questionable, but I believe he will play.
Oh, no.
He is facing Tampa Bay. Yeah, oh no, Zach, don't worry. I do not. Before you DM me later about Latavius Murray, no thank you, because your value will be too high. I'm not trading for the cup. I am not worried about
That
Kamara.
motherfucker. need
I
that guy.
believe he will play. He is facing the toughest defense in the NFL, so we'll see what happens with that. But it is Kamara, so if he plays, I'm not too worried that he could probably still get his 20. Chase Edmonds off the bye, now the new number 1 running back with
questionable.
unlucky Kenyon Drake
Yeah.
being
Chris
hurt.
Godwin catch
You
the
hate
ball.
you really hate to see Kenyon Drake getting hurt, but now it opens the door for Edmonds to take off against Miami. I like that. Chris Godwin, if he plays, questionable, about 50-50 chance. We'll see what happens. If he doesn't play, I'll be playing Hollywood, who I'm disgruntled with, but we'll see what happens. Tyler Lockett against Buffalo. I need a bounce back week from him after his shit performance last week. Rob Gronkowski against the Saints. Antonio Gibson in my flex against the Giants. And the
matchup.
Patriots defense against the Jets. Please, Patriots,
Fucking
need
Christ.
you to get a win against the Jets. You should dominate them. If Cam Newton loses to the fucking Jets, he is absolute dog shit. On
Okay.
Pussy's side, he has Ben Roethlisberger against the Sissy Cowboys. That's a great matchup. Clyde Edwards-Helaire against Carolina. Please, Le'Veon Bell, steal the points. Zach Moss against Seattle. I drafted Zach Moss. Hopefully it doesn't come back to fuck me that he's now facing me against a not too great defense. DJ Shark against Houston. He's kind of a shitty defense, but they have a new quarterback in there, so we'll see what happens with that. He could either go off or he could do nothing. He just traded today before the show for Scary Terry, my boy, my Ohio State boy, against the Giants. Please, Giants, double team Scary Terry all day long. Please, please, please. Robert Tanyan against the 49ers tomorrow night. Please, Aaron Rodgers, throw to Devontae Adams. Do not throw to Tanyan. And Darnell Mooney, who he also traded for today against Tennessee. And the Texans against Jacksonville. Yeah, so the projections have me by a lot. I think it will be a lot closer than the projections. Still going to project myself to win just because I like my team a lot better this week than last week. With the people coming back from bye, my running backs are a lot better this week than last week. But I think it will be closer than what they say. Real quickly for last week, we had one person, first time this year, predict all 6 games correct. He got all 6 games correct.
No, it wasn't me.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not Zach.
He got all
Sometimes.
6 correct.
I'm
Can-
guessing.
close.
Wait. Can we guess?
Go ahead and guess. Although some people already know because I said it earlier, but
Yeah.
go ahead and
yeah.
guess, Pook. Who do
I
you
will
think
guess as
got
well.
it, Pook?
I'm not gonna guess.
Yes.
Because I already
No,
know.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Cheese, who do you think it is?
Well, I know it's not me or Poops. I took Poops' fix.
It's not Matt either.
Yeah.
Not Matt, not Zach.
I'm gonna go slaps. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
slaps.
was it me?
It was
I think
not
it was me.
Slaps.
Uh-huh.
I'm
It
going with
was no, it was not Zombie. It was the man himself who will be AIDS for the rest of the year on this, Ernie.
No, Pete.
Congrats to
Ernie.
Ernie.
Oh.
He got all 6 correct. He did take a tie against Hunter, but then he switched it during that
Yeah.
show.
Fuck
So
my-
that saved him. He realized the tie was not the way and got all 6 correct. Congrats to Ernie.
This is the way.
Big plus. If Ernie is the only one all
Okay,
year to
Nick,
get 6
and
correct, I will give him a special prize at the end of the year. If
What
if
if
no
I
one
get
else
the
gets
tie
6
correctly?
correct. We'll talk.
need that
We'll
trophy
see.
after
I don't
this
know. That's not
playoff.
as impressive because you pick
If
ties
you
every
get-
fucking
if
week.
you
So
get-
one of
if
these
you
weeks
get a
it's gonna
tie
happen.
correct, then you
No,
get
Zach
something
picks
fun.
ties every week. One of these weeks
No,
he's
no,
bound
no,
to run
he
into
picks
one.
one tie
I'm
per
not
week.
giving
He
him
picks
credit for
one
that.
tie per week.
Not the last couple weeks. The last couple weeks he's been picking like 3 and 4. But
Yeah,
so
like
Ernie
4
had
last
6. We had Pook and Cheese both get 5 correct, so
What
they
did I
were
miss?
close. Also Slaps and Matt both got 5 correct. You missed my game. You picked me against Ernie. Everyone picked me against Ernie except Ernie, so I was the one to fuck you all. Sorry. Zach got
Unbelievable
2
golfer.
correct. Pussy got 2 correct. Hunter got 2 correct, or 3 correct. Pete got 3 correct. Zombie got 3 correct, and Bill got 3 correct. So that was for last week. All right. Anyways, moving on to this week. Pook, who is winning in this matchup between me and Pussy, and what do the odds say for this?
You are. This is you're a 50-point favorite.
Oh my Pook.
And-
Pook. We're gonna axe this part
Whoa.
of the show if you
Whoa,
continue to do this to me,
whoa.
Pook.
I'm saying this because I have Kamara, Edmonds, and
Oh my
Godwin
God.
on my
Yeah,
team in their
I
league.
know, but that
So-
doesn't mean. Okay.
Yeah,
So are you picking me?
Yeah, I'm picking you. Landslide victory.
Whoa. All right. Calm it down.
Whoa.
Calm it down. Calm it down. All right. Pete's not here. Hunter, who is winning this matchup?
I actually want to counter that what Pook said
Yes,
because
please do.
I'm here.
Please do.
fucking Golfer was projected to win by 20 last week
Mhm.
and he lost. Pusa was
Yep.
projected to lose last week by 20.
Yep.
He won.
Yep.
I think it's going to be close, but I'm still going to take Golfer.
I mean, wasn't I projected to beat Bill by like 20 and then beat him by 60?
Okay, well, you can't give as much hope to Bill as you can to
That's true. All right, Ernie, who's winning?
I will be taking the spread. I will be taking
Well, Ernie-
Golfer by 50.
Ernie, mute yourself in Discord.
Okay.
All right, Zach.
Yeah, I'll be taking the favorite in this one.
Matt's not here. I'm gonna
I don't even
I'm
know
gonna
who's-
go on a limb and say he wants to take Pook's picks, but I'll get confirmation from that. Cheese, who's winning?
You're winning.
Slaps.
Yeah, you're winning that.
Uh-oh.
God, Zombie.
Uh-oh.
Golfer, last week
Please
by
don't
Charles
do your stupid
Barkley,
Charles Barkley.
guaranteed.
Yeah, and it didn't work, Zombie. So don't do it this week.
And I could not predict that Gronk was gonna be a fucking bum at the end of that
What?
game that couldn't get one more catch.
Gronk was
He did good. I mean, he did good. He just needed one more catch or 5 more yards. But,
So this week,
Yes.
I'm gonna do you a favor.
Yes, please do.
I'm gonna Charles Barkley guarantee you again to change last week's win or loss.
Christ. All right, thank you, Zombie. Bill also took me. Pussy, you have the floor. Please tell me you have confidence you're going to beat me into the ground this week.
I am going to make a couple trades, I think.
Oh, okay.
However,
Oh, my office is open.
Okay.
however,
All right.
I have no chance of winning this game,
Oh my God.
but I am going to pick myself.
All right.
Wait, Pusa, you're starting a team that's averaged 0.4 points per game.
What? No, yeah. I'm
Texas
not-
defense has averaged
Yeah.
0.4 points per game.
Yeah, obviously, I have something in mind, Pook. So,
All right. All right. All right. So Pussy's picking himself, even though he thinks I'm going to win heavily. All right. So we'll see what happens. It's a big game. I need it. Hopefully I can get it. I think it will be closer though than what they think. Moving on to the next matchup, another huge one. We have Hunter 4-4 and wants to continue to win and go over 500 against Pete, who is 1-7, needs to win out.
Lol.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen here, but Hunter is currently projected to win, according to ESPN, 116 to 111. So
Aaron
it
Jones's
is-
thing is weird.
yeah, he does. He's getting 0 points from Aaron Jones because he's questionable. So we'll see if he plays. I mean, that game's tomorrow night, so you'll find out. He does not have. Does he have the? I don't even know who the fuck's the
He
backup now.
is McKissick
Yeah,
it's not
or
Jamal.
Singletary.
Yeah, it's not Jamal Williams, Zach.
It's McKissick or Singletary for him.
Okay, all right. But Hunter has Deshaun Watson back from bye against that stellar Jacksonville team. That's pretty good there. Todd Gurley against Denver. We'll see if he can get into the end zone, or else it could be a rough game. Denver's defense isn't bad. The $50 man, Matt Breida, listed as questionable against Arizona. Not a bad matchup as well. I mean, Gaskin is now out. $50, big time spending. We'll see what happens with that, if it pays off. A.J. Brown against Chicago. Tough defense, but A.J. Brown's been on a tear. Mike Williams against the Raiders. Travis Kelce against Carolina. Mecole Hardman in there against Carolina. And the Chiefs against Carolina. So, interesting. He's got a little Chiefs three-man going there. On Pete's team, he has Kyler Murray back from bye against Miami. That's a pretty good matchup. Kyler Murray should do very well. James Conner against the Sissy Cowboys. That's also very good. We'll see about Aaron Jones. Calvin Ridley, who is also listed as questionable against Denver. Kind of a tough defense, but could do decent. I don't know. Allen Robinson against Tennessee. Hayden Hurst against Denver. Cole Beasley against Seattle's defense. And the Washington Redskins / football team against the Giants. Pretty good, as that frickin' Daniel Jones likes to turn over the ball a lot, so that should be decent. This is a tight one. I think, I don't know, some of Pete's matchups, like his Murray and his Connor, are very good. I think could get a lot of points. I don't like Hunter's running backs nearly as much. It's a tight one. I think I'm going to give Pete the slight edge, but it's very close in this matchup. Pook, what do the odds say, and who are you taking?
Pete is favored by 11 points. And I'm
11
taking Pete.
points. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think Connor's
Pete's
gonna
been
have
favored
something.
pretty much all year, and he continues to lose, so we'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens. Ernie.
I'm gonna be praying for Ridley and Jones not to play, but if they do, Pete might win by the 10 or 15.
So do you think are you taking him? Because you think they're
I'm
playing?
taking Pete. Yeah.
Okay.
'cause
Wow.
If one of them plays, it's a GG.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't play, then that gives the edge to Hunter. I
Yeah.
would agree. I
I
don't know
what
about
the
Aaron
fuck he
Jones. I
thought
think
about-
Ridley
I
will
think
play.
Ridley's gonna play.
Yeah,
I don't
Ridley
know
will
what he
play,
thought
but I don't know
Matt
about Aaron.
Breida, like 50.
I have a
he's,
feeling
he's
Jones
not a
will
Mike
play.
Davis.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
Jones will play, but I don't know about Calvin. If they do play, you're fucked.
Okay. Zach.
I will be taking whoever is playing against that Pete motherfucker.
So that would be Hunter. Okay.
I'll be taking Hunter. my
Great
friend.
endorsement for Hunter. then. Whoever's playing against that Pete motherfucker. Pussy. Hello, pussy.
I will be taking Pete.
Lol, of course.
Okay. Cheese.
Hunter.
Hunter. Okay. Slaps.
Whoa.
Taking P on this one.
Okay. And zombie.
Goes.
Most would say that if Pete loses, season is over.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I'm pretty
I-
sure
it
everyone
might
knows
already
that.
be over
Yeah.
now, but it's. I think it's very, very much over if he loses.
But I think he's not gonna go quietly into the night just yet.
Okay.
I mean, he's not here.
So you think he's winning then, huh?
Yes, he survives for one more week.
Yeah, it's interesting. He didn't say anything to me about not being here today, and he didn't send me any pics, so it's kind of interesting.
Maybe he's devastated by the election results so far.
Yeah, I mean, he might be taking those hard. Right? That's a good point, Hunter.
Maybe he might
good
never
point.
come back.
That's a good point. I agree.
Yikes.
Bill did message me and says, my messages will arrive by beer bottle from now on from the beach. Okay, so Bill's already saying he's at the beach. All right. All right. Hunter, are you getting this big win against the former fantasy legend or what?
So I did beat him last year,
Yeah?
but I've been looking at this matchup since last week. I knew this week was going to be hard. I have like key players on buys.
Yeah?
Running back situation shitty. I have a chance if Jones doesn't play.
Yep.
McCole Hartman probably isn't going to start on my team, but
Okay.
I'm going to pick myself anyways.
All right. So who are you playing over Hardman? Who do you have on your bench?
It would be Slayton.
Hunter, isn't your team on a bye
Yeah,
next
Slayton.
week?
You should play
The former
Slayton.
Auburn Tiger, nice.
Yeah, they're
The only-
really
Hun-
good.
Hunter, isn't
The
your
only-
isn't
The only
half your
people
team
on a bye
next week?
next week is Gurley and Kelsey, and I'm not too
I
worried
mean,
about
that's
that.
That's
those
sizable,
are-
but
Yeah,
okay.
Kelsey's your best player.
Okay.
Yeah. And I could just stick and cook next week. I'll be fine with
All
that.
right. All right. So we'll see what happens. A big game nonetheless for both sides there. On to the next big, huge game. This is an interesting one. We have Cheese at 4-4 against Matt at 5-3. Matt's been falling the last couple weeks, putting up some low scores. We'll see if Cheese gets one more week of that and gets the benefit of that, or if Matt's team comes back to earth. Right now, ESPN has Matt projected for a 4-point win, but a very close game again and a huge game. I mean, Matt has Cam Newton against the Jets. I mean, if Cam Newton does not put up over 20 points against the Jets, will he admit that Cam Newton is not good? I mean, he's already been saying he's not good and trash, but he doesn't actually mean it when he says it. I mean, he's
Cam
got to put over 20 points up against the Jets. I mean, it's the fucking Jets. So we'll see what happens there. It's a good matchup. See if Cam does well. I'm sure he will. Derrick Henry against the Bears. So a tough defense, but it is Derrick Henry. Fournette. So he's sticking with Fournette against the Saints. Chase Claypool against the Sissy Cowboys. I like that matchup. Thielen against Detroit. I like that matchup as well. Jimmy Graham against Tennessee, who is listed as questionable. And DeAndre Swift, who had a surprisingly horrible game last week. This week he gets Minnesota, so not horrible team and matchup defense-wise. So we'll see if he can bounce back. And the Buccaneers against the Saints, who can't guard Mike back. So we'll see how that Buccaneers defense does. On Cheese's side, he has Russell Wilson against the Bills. That could be kind of a shootout game. I like that matchup. David Johnson against the Jaguars is also decent for David Johnson. Le'Veon Bell against Carolina. So we'll see if he can steal. I'll be rooting for Bell this week to steal points away from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Mike Evans against the Saints. Will Fuller against Jacksonville. So he's got quite a few players against Jacksonville. Hunter Henry against the Raiders, who had a rough week last week. We'll see if he bounces back.
I
And
mean, he was solid.
Renfro against the Chargers. And the Bears defense against Tennessee. Okay. So if Derrick Henry's scoring a shit ton of points, that's hurting Cheese's defense. So we'll see what happens there. This is another close one. I think I like some matchups on both sides. I actually think whichever quarterback scores more, I think is the team that's going to win this week. I think it's that close
but
in the other
you really-
positions. So I am going to pick Cheese because I like Wilson a lot better than Cam, even though Cam's matchup's a little better. So I'm going to pick Cheese in a surprisingly close matchup. Pook, What is the odds saying this way?
Matt is a 9-point favorite. I'm picking
Okay.
Matt.
All right. Hunter.
I mean, I like all the matchups except for Henry and the Buccaneers defense. And Cheese's team is a little bit iffy. I mean, he has good weeks. He had his second best week last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
But I think I'm still gonna pick Matt.
Okay. Ernie.
Shit. On paper, this is close, but Mike Evans, Le'Veon Bell, Will Fuller aren't fantasy trustworthy. So I
Oh.
think Matt's will just come in clutch.
Okay. Zach.
Okay. Matt and who?
Cheese.
Fuck.
You know what to do.
Close
You know what to
matchup.
do.
It's a close. I mean, these
Tie.
are all close matchups.
Yeah.
Tie,
I
okay.
know what to do.
We knew that was coming. Pussy.
I'm going to take Matt.
Matt, all right. Slaps.
I'm gonna say cheese in this one.
All right. Zombie.
If Cam shits the bed, and
Wow.
gives the Jets their first win of the year,
Jesus.
Matt
Okay.
might drink himself to death.
Oh. So you're taking cheese?
And I don't want that to happen. So I am gonna say Cam does good for him and Matt wins.
Okay. So you're saying Cam's gonna do good, or are you saying Cam's not gonna do good?
Out of pure hope.
Alright,
'Cause-
Centrist, fucking choose one.
So you're taking Matt.
Whoa.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, real quickly. Let's go real quick. Is Cam getting over 20 points or under 20 points? Pook?
Under.
Over?
Under.
or
I think the
under?
I
Okay.
think the defense is gonna win them the game. Cam
Okay.
won
And
the
Cheese
game
said
much.
under. Hunter?
Over.
Yeah. Ernie?
Over.
Zach?
War Eagle.
Oh, of course. Over. Yeah, I should have knew that one. Pussy?
Think he'll take over. He's not. I
Okay.
mean, Cam said in his press conference he's ready to go.
Okay. And Slaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over.
Okay, so kind of split a little bit. All right, I think he'll do over, actually as well, even though I don't like him. Moving on, we have
I
Ernie.
predict myself to win.
Oh,
You
sorry.
didn't ask.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I predict myself to win, and also to Ernie, Will Fuller has 15 points in every game except for when he was injured.
Hmm.
And I think 2 weeks ago he had 12, so he's very consistent.
So you
Okay.
just jinxed them. GG.
I don't care. I have the entire Texans offense, and they're gonna talk.
Okay. I don't know if you want to brag
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
about
that's
that,
They
but
score points. They just can't defend.
and you don't have the entire offense because probably the best thing on that offense is the quarterback. But,
Quarterback.
Yeah, but I got Russell Wilson, who's better.
yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, I like the confidence. I like you're feeling
It'll
better
be
about your
very
team.
close,
That's
though.
good.
And
Good.
unless Cam is really atrocious.
All right. All right. Moving on, we have another huge one. Ernie at 4-4 after his big win against me, against Slaps at 5-3 after his big win against Pete. And this is close. 120.7 to 119.2. Very tight.
God.
Ernie with the slight favorite. Ernie has Matt Ryan against Denver defense, who's been playing okay. Ezekiel Elliott, who is listed as questionable against Pittsburgh. That's a very tough defense for a offense that cannot even barely get a first down, but we'll see what happens. The return of Christian Goat McCaffrey, finally. I mean, I thought this was supposed to happen like 4 weeks ago, and this shit has taken this long now against Kansas City. So decent defense, not great, not horrible. So we'll see what McCaffrey does. I hope he does well because I do have him in another league. So we'll see what happens there. Justin Jefferson against the Detroit Lions. That's good. Juju against Dallas is also very good. Hawkinson against Minnesota is not bad. Danny Amendola against the Vikings. Okay. And the Giants defense against Washington. Okay. On Slap Society has Lamar Jackson against the Colts, who are a formidable defense. We'll see what Lamar does. Josh Jacobs against the Chargers. James Robinson against Houston. I like that matchup. DK Metcalf against Buffalo. I think that game will be high scoring, so I like that. Deontay Johnson, who he just traded for today against Dallas, so it's a good matchup. Question is, one, is he going to get the ball? Because he's got to deal with Claypool and Juju. And two, is he going to finish out the whole game? If he does both those things, then he'll have a lot of points. Noah Fant against Atlanta and Melvin Gordon against Atlanta. Two Denver Broncos against that shit Atlanta defense. And the 49ers against Green Bay. Okay. So he's believing in the 49ers are not mailing it in against that Packers offense.
Watch out for that mail-in.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to, these day and age, you're right, Zach. You got to watch out for the mail-in. I agree. Good call there. The flex situation for Ernie is the one thing that's stopping me from picking him. But I still like some of his players and matchups this week better. I think McCaffrey could have a very good game. I don't know about some of these players Slaps just traded for going into the lineup like Gordon, Fant, and Johnson. I don't know about all them. So I'm actually going to take Ernie to get the big win in this one. Pook, who are you taking?
Slaps is a 5-point favorite, but I'm picking
Wow.
Ernie because I feel like Justin Jefferson is gonna have a
A
very
big
good
game? Yeah. Okay.
He performs well when he plays in the dome, and he's playing in the dome.
Okay. Hunter. Hunter?
My bad. There's a few question marks on both teams because it's
Yeah.
like Zeke's playing against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's
And if
rough.
they don't have a passing game, I don't know if they'll
Really-
get a first down that game.
Yeah, I think really with Zeke, it's just a matter of if he could get into the end zone once, could maybe get him 10 points then. If he doesn't, he's going to have another low scoring. But
Yeah, and then with Slaps' team, I'm always hesitant on Deontay Johnson with him staying healthy.
he,
And then he's got competition between James Washington, Juju, and
Yeah.
Claypool.
Mhm.
But I agree with Pook on how Justin Jefferson's gonna have a huge game. I think that's gonna be the difference maker.
Okay, so you're taking Ernie.
Uh-huh.
All right. Zach.
Can you really take anybody else other than my boy Ernie?
Oh, it's your boy Ernie
You
now, huh?
can't.
Okay.
It was posting fire in the chat right now.
Wow. Okay. Pussy.
I will take Slaps.
Slaps, okay.
Oh, wait, what were the odds on this one?
Slaps is a 5-point favorite, but Pook did not go with Beyond. Cheese.
I'll take the favorite. I think
Taking
McCaffrey
Slaps?
won't do like 20 points. He'll do lower than that.
20
Wow.
points.
You think
He won't,
McCaffrey's
he
doing
won't.
less than
Under.
20 points?
I think
Under.
it's his first game back. They're
Under.
not
I
gonna-
think we
they're
know
not
why
gonna risk
Zach
re-
is saying that when we look at his lineup.
They're not gonna-
Okay.
They're not going to risk re-injuring it when Mike Davis is.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
I don't think
Okay.
I don't think they risk pushing it.
All right. Zombie.
That'd be a big oh no, risking that injury.
Zach or Zombie?
I can't believe this is happening, but I think I'm gonna take Ernie.
Wow.
Slaps,
Is this Ernie's
Slaps'
comeback?
team looks like a yikes.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey's back to take over that black boy, that bum ass.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa, Biden is president now. You can't say that.
Oh!
That bum ass was not
What
doing
the
anything.
fuck?
Wow.
McCaffrey.
Zombie.
Racist.
Zombie. Trump did not get
My-
elected. You can't say that thing now in this day and
I
age.
guarantee
This is the
McCaffrey's
Biden-led
gonna
country.
have
Wow.
100% of the touches.
Wait a second.
On
We kicked
Sunday.
the racist out of the league.
Biden-
We have to kick another one?
Biden's going to do
Oh.
absolutely nothing to you, but you still can't say that. Unbelievable. All right.
McCaffrey is gonna have 100%.
No wonder
of
Zombie
the
didn't go out and vote.
touches on Sunday.
Okay. How many touches?
100% of the touches.
Okay, Zombie. All right. All right. Slaps.
that bum isn't
Okay,
getting on
I don't believe that. Okay, slaps. Some people, you know, a little suspect of your team this week. What do you think? You getting the
I
win?
mean, I don't know why folk are suspect. I mean,
I
I
mean,
I
we
think
kind
I
of
made some really
said
good. I think I made some really.
Deontay
good
Johnson
trades.
can't complete a game. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, he's currently questionable whether or not he's going to start. It might be Sterling Shepard, and yeah.
oh, okay.
Um, I
Alright.
like James Robinson against Houston. I like DK Metcalf against Buffalo. I think he could have a huge game again this week.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson's going to
Hopefully
put
it's
up
not
25
Lockett
points.
this week.
I like my matchups. I think I'm going to have
Okay.
a big game, and yeah, picking me.
Okay. Now earlier, what was it? Yesterday, you said you were a lot stronger that you were going to stomp Ernie into the ground. You still think that?
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a hammering this week. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
well, I want to remind it
Alright.
something. Ernie traded me Robbie Anderson, Darren Waller, and who's the third one? David Johnson.
Yeah.
So he probably would be like 6-1 or something if he didn't do
Yeah,
that.
he definitely took the gamble. We all said right from the start it was a gamble.
He would have a significantly
It
better
took
record.
McCaffrey a lot longer than some people thought to come back. He is back. The only thing I think that affects this is, I mean, Ernie got 2 wins while that all happened, so he's still right in it.
I mean,
He's still right in it. The problem is he thought the two-headed monster of Zeke and McCaffrey were going to lead him to the promised land. The issue with that now is Zeke is not a monster because
Garbage.
of what's all happened to that Cowboys team. So that's the thing that's concerning for the future now. But
Better off with Mike Davis and Lat Murray.
okay, was that a trade offer for Zeke? Those two. Okay. All right, Ernie, are you getting this dub or what? What?
So I will admit the Dak Prescott injury hurt me a lot.
Yeah. I mean, took out your quarterback
coming
and
back.
running back. Yeah.
I just feel like it's time Juju blows up.
Okay.
He's let these fucking bums Claypool. Nobody's get all these touchdowns.
Yeah. That is a huge matchup because you both have a Pittsburgh wide receiver. So either it's
I'm
Claypool and
totally
they both
think
do
that
shit, or one of them goes off.
The only thing that's gonna hold me back is the Detroit shit with the whole COVID.
Okay.
If they don't
Are
play,
you
I
gonna
gotta
be starting
play.
both of those guys or no?
I mean,
If they don't, I'm gonna play Schultz and I
Don't-
think Keelan Cole.
Ernie, it's unfortunate with your COVID situation this week, but don't worry. In a few weeks, COVID will all be gone now that Biden's president. So you don't have to worry
Yes,
about
sir.
that.
We'll lock this
All
bitch
right.
down.
All right. So you're
I'm
taking
taking
yourself? Okay.
Yes.
All
I will
right.
beat the fuck
All
out
right.
of crazy stupid ass.
So yeah. So real quickly, just a couple people that haven't weighed in on McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey will get over 20 points this week. I think they'll use him quite a bit. They're not going to use him 100% of the time, like Zombie said. That's ridiculous. But I do think he gets about 80 to 85% of the stuff and gets the points because he is a beast. Pook, you're thinking McCaffrey is getting the? We'll just set it at 20. Is he getting over or under 20 points?
Who do they play again?
They play
over.
Kansas
It
City.
doesn't matter.
Over?
He's a
Yep.
bell cow. Like,
Okay.
bell cow, whoever is
Hunter.
starting running back.
Over or under 20 for McCaffrey, Hunter?
I'm gonna say barely under.
Barely. Okay, so like 18.
Lol.
All right. Who has Pussy? Is McCaffrey getting over or under 20?
Under, but
Under?
I would just like to say, Ernie, we had a good week no matter what the outcome is of this fantasy game.
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get this COVID thing over with so I can stop wearing a mask at work. All right. All right. Anyone else? Did I skip anyone? Slaps?
You skipped me.
Oh, Zach, we know you're going to say under.
I'm gonna go under.
Under. So, and Zach, go ahead.
I believe the real question here should be who will get more points?
Oh.
Christian McCaffrey or Mike Davis?
Would you like to
Ooh,
make a
good
friendly wager with Ernie
Yeah,
on
we
that?
could
I
like
think
that.
we should make a little wager on that.
I would like to do a friendly wager.
You're breaking up.
He's lagging.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so something tells. Okay, moving on because that's not happening. We have a huge. This one
What
might
was
be.
it? He cut off.
He did that. I think he did it on purpose because he doesn't actually
okay,
want to
okay,
make the wager. I think he's
Fucking
lagging.
pussy.
Yeah. Moving on to the biggest matchup of the week. Both 5-3, first and second place by points for Pook and Zombie, and boy, do we have a close one here.
Oh, wow.
136.9 to 136.7. Pook has Josh Allen against the Seahawks. That's a great matchup. Allen's kind of been struggling lately, but he could get right back to his ways in this one. Justin Jackson against the Raiders. Dalvin Cook against the Lions. Cook coming off that huge game, will probably feast once again. Keenan Allen against the Raiders. Stephon Diggs against Seattle, so that Allen to Diggs combination will probably deadly. Ebron against the Cowboys, who he's got. It's a good matchup. Hines against Baltimore, okay, and the Colts defense against Baltimore. Interesting. All right. On Zombie side, he has Patrick Mahomes against Carolina. Jerick McKinnon against Green Bay tomorrow night, so we'll see what happens in that Thursday night game if it's played. Dexter Williams might be the #1 guy for Green Bay if Jones is out on tomorrow night as well. So Zombie's going to have quite a few players tomorrow night. He's also got Adams tomorrow night, Tyreek Hill against Carolina, Darren Waller against the Chargers, Julio Jones against the Broncos, and the Steelers against the Cowboys. That's a great defensive matchup. Some of those matchups for Zombie, the Julio one against Denver. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. The running back situation with Zombie is kind of a question mark, and they're all playing tomorrow night. So there's a chance that this game could be heavily favored to Pook tomorrow night if Zombie doesn't get the points from those running backs. I'm going to pick Pook because I think his lineup's a little more stable for this week, and I like his running backs a little better. Let's see here. Hunter, who's winning this one?
I think this is going to be the race to 120. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game than ESPN has it. Instead of the race to 270, it's going to be to 120.
Okay.
And I think Pook is going to get there first.
I like it, Hunter. That was funny.
Okay.
I was laughing, but I was on mute.
So you think Pook is getting to 120, but you're correlating that to 270. I thought you were going to say like the race to 170. Okay.
No.
Okay. So you think they're going to score lower?
I got
points.
it, Hunter.
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
So
Ernie.
Zach, about our bet.
Yeah. Wait. Zach, you were lagging supposedly. Are you going to make that bet with Ernie on who gets more points?
Yeah, hopefully my connection is back.
Okay.
Right.
Set him up for that one. Ernie, who's winning
got
this
work
matchup?
tomorrow.
Yeah, Ernie, who's winning this matchup?
These are the two best teams in the league,
Okay,
but
I would agree.
as much as it hurts me, I'm gonna take Pook. He got a steal for Dalvin Cook. He's
Yeah.
gonna drop another 30 plus.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Hunter's talking about. This is gonna be a fucking blowout by Sunday morning.
Wow.
Whoa.
Blowout by
Zombies, trash
Sunday.
ass Green Bay, fucking San Francisco players aren't gonna do shit.
I mean, Adams could end up with more points than the two running backs combined tomorrow night. That's a
Oh yeah,
possibility.
guarantee. Yeah, Dexter Williams,
Okay.
what the fuck's he gonna do? Maybe if he's lucky, he'll get 9
I
points.
mean, if he gets
McKinnon,
near the goal line, he might get the touch. But all right,
yeah, no,
Zach,
Pook's blowing him out.
is your internet back and stable for the moment?
Hello?
Yes.
Are you back
Who's
or
winning
Brandon?
I
between
couldn't hear you. Who was playing?
Pook and Zombie? Close
Hit
one.
the switch, Granny, hit the switch.
This is a tie.
A tie?
All over.
I mean, this is the
tie.
closest projected tie ESPN has had, so this would make sense for your tie. Okay.
If this isn't a tie, I will retire from predicting
Oh.
ties.
Okay.
I will say that for
Well, then looks
For
like
at least
Back to
you'll
our bet.
for
Back to
one
our
week.
bet.
Oh my God. Okay.
just kidding. Actually, the ties will be flowing every week.
Yeah, we know. Pussy, who's
And
winning?
I will officially.
I think this is going to be the closest game of the week, but
Yeah.
I'm going to take Pook.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cheese.
Tie.
Tie. Okay. Wow. Slaps.
I think Pook's going to win it.
Okay. So nobody has picked Zombie yet. Okay. Let's see here. Zombie, are you getting the win or tie or loss or what?
Pook, you have been a bully this whole fantasy year.
Wow. Bully.
You have everyone here is a witness to the bullying you've done so far. Bullying
Stop
Bill,
bullying if it's facts.
bullying Pusa.
Wow.
Bullying
So
Pusa. When did I bully Pusa?
Whoa.
Everyone bullied Pusa.
Yeah,
What?
the
I mean,
fuck?
that is true. We all do
Whoa.
kind of bully Pussa,
Whoa.
but I enjoy bullying Pussa.
I
So
don't bully Pusa.
that's-
Bullying,
Shut the fuck up, Ernie.
bullying. Ernie.
Shut the
You
fuck
know
up,
what?
Zombie.
It is time someone stands up to you. I'm
Oh.
gonna
What do you
fucking
mean?
destroy you. I'm gonna take you.
Whoa.
Jesus fucking
You're gonna
That means
take.
you have to go outside to fucking stand up.
I'm gonna
Hunter.
Let's go.
I am gonna take Pook behind the shed.
Wow.
It will not be close.
Wow. Behind the
This is the
shed,
fourth
it
week in a
won't be
row that
close.
he has said that.
Pookly, your
Yeah.
turn.
I mean,
I mean, he did do it last week, kind of.
You gonna milk him like a cow, zombie?
Okay.
Milk like a.
Okay, Pook, are you going behind the woodshed with Zombie, or I find that
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
because Zombie doesn't
But
ever go behind a woodshed because he doesn't go outside.
I am, but it's not gonna be me who's getting beat.
Ooh,
Oh.
I'm gonna take that wrench out. I'm gonna fucking smack his big ass fucking head. Bounce on the concrete, curb stomp him.
okay.
Typical
Jeez.
Democrat behavior.
Whoa!
Hey, Hunter, you're right there. Not in Joe Biden's America though. There's no violence whatsoever. Well, okay, all right. That's a good matchup there. That one might be the game of the week.
I do think that it's gonna be the
Beat
two
it up.
most points scored. So,
Okay. All right. Moving on to the final matchup of the week, we have Zach at 3-5 versus Bill at 3-5. A huge matchup, also in a different way, as the loser of this is in deep trouble for the playoffs. The winner of this is sitting a lot better. Zach is projected to win 119-109, so a 10-point win for Zach, as Bills are down, according to ESPN. Zach has Herbert against the Raiders. Chris Carson, who is listed as questionable, against the Bills, so we'll see if he plays.
Playing.
Okay, he's playing. Didn't you say that last week, too?
He's playing.
Okay, all right. Mike Davis against the Chiefs. We'll see how much they use Mike Davis. If I was Zach, I wouldn't be starting him because I'm scared to death that he barely gets any play. But we'll see what happens there. Only projected for 4.2 points. That's pretty accurate, I think. Michael can't guard
Hold on.
Thomas back against Tampa Bay.
Please
Listed as
refresh my roster.
refresh the roster. All right. Is Mike Davis
It
out of
was
there? or-
119.
Nope.
Oh,
I made a
my
change to the
God.
flex.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. I wouldn't know. I
Now
mean,
I
if you,
like
okay.
that. I like
All right.
that.
So you still have Mike Davis in there. I don't know. Mike can't guard Mike
who'd you
Thomas.
take out?
Question mark back against Tampa. So a
Took out
tough
Henderson.
defense. We'll see if can't guard Mike is focused on producing against that tough defense, or if he's too busy with all the other stuff he's got going on. DeAndre Hopkins against Miami. That is a very good matchup there. Hopkins could go off. Mark Andrews against the Colts. Tough defense, but he could have a bounce back. He didn't do much last week. And then in his flex, Antonio Clown Brown against the Saints. If Godwin is out, that definitely helps Brown a lot more. So we'll see what he does in his first game with Tom Brady, living in Tom Brady's house. Probably trying to
Did Zach's
slide.
project?
He's probably trying to slide in and fuck Giselle while he's in Tom Brady's house because he's just a clown, or rape her if you want to go by
Whoa.
the alleged results of
Whoa.
other
Alleged.
alleged.
I think it's
And-
been cleared too.
Oh, okay. The Lions against Minnesota, so questionable defense. We'll see what happens to that. On Bill's beach side, from the beach, he has Tom Brady against the Saints, David Montgomery against the Tennessee Titans. So Tom Brady could be thrown to Clown Brown and maybe kind of try to take away some of those points there. Jordan Howard for Miami against Arizona. Oof. DJ Moore against Kansas City. Brandon Cooks against Jacksonville. Evan finally got over 10 points. Ingram against Washington. Probably won't get over 10 points this week. He'll probably go back to his normal self. And then Corey Davis, who we acquired against Chicago. Tough defense there. But the Cardinals' defense against Tua and the Dolphins could be decent depending on how Tua plays. I'm going to take Zach just for the sole focus of I like some of his star players a lot more than Bill's team. I don't like Montgomery. I don't like Howard. DJ Moore's up and down. I don't like Ingram. The Davis one has a tough matchup. So I like Zach's players a lot better, so I'm going to take that, although I don't think Zach's running backs are going to get much production. But I don't think it'll matter because I think his wide receivers will make up for it. Pook, odds, and who's winning?
We have another big swing. Zach is projected to win by 21, and I'm picking
By
Zach.
Oh,
21,
wow.
and you're taking
Holy
Zach.
shit.
Wow. So the Antonio Clown Brown has swung the odds.
That's if Godwin is out.
Oh,
If
okay.
it goes down to like 13, if Godwin is
Okay. All right.
I will be risking it.
Hunter.
This is the first installment of the season known as the Toilet Bowl.
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
Listen.
Whoa.
Where the loser will be sucked down into the sewers of playoff inability, joined
Wow.
by the rat there that has been taking up a lot of space, Peter.
Oh, wow. Big
God.
comments there. You play Pete this week. Be careful. This is recorded.
Jeez.
Okay.
And I think Zach's gonna scurry out of that toilet bowl while Bill is just gonna be sitting on his lawn chair, being sucked down to the sewers.
Well, at least if Bill's in the sewer with Pete, they can trade back and forth in the sewers for at least 1 or 2 more weeks till Pete's out of it. Okay, so you're taking Zach. All right.
Yep.
Called Zach's team a sewer rat. Okay.
I
Ernie.
didn't call him a sewer rat.
I mean, okay.
He said I almost
You
did.
said you were down there. I mean, why else would you be down there if
I
you're
will
not a
not
rat?
disrespect one team
Whoa.
like that. They are not
Okay.
sewer rats.
Okay.
One is clearly just full of bad luck. The other
Okay.
one is Bills, this trash ass team.
Okay. So you're taking.
Zach's gonna win by
Zach.
like. Zach's finally gonna go pay back with all the aid and probably beat him by like 20.
Okay. Pussy.
I'm gonna take my friend Zach.
Your
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
We aren't friends, motherfucker.
Okay, jeez.
I will take Zach, but my
Okay.
ultimate prediction is both these teams will miss the playoffs.
Wow.
my.
Jeez, I got a prediction too. Your
Man.
bitch ass gonna miss the
Thank you.
playoffs too.
Wow.
Bill's team is. I mean,
Yeah.
Bill
There's-
is.
Listen,
Bill-
there
Bill
was a
is
while there
team.
where everyone thought
There's something to
Cheese's
say
team
there.
was the worst in the league, and then
Um,
Bill traded with Cheese, so now
yeah,
everyone
I
thinks
mean, I don't-
Jesus. Now everyone thinks
Yeah.
Bill's team is
yeah,
the worst.
Bill just gave me all.
Okay.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, I
Those
don't
numbers,
know.
though.
It's those numbers.
Who's on Zach's bench?
Lat Murray. If
Lat Murray.
Kamara's
Is that
out,
it?
he'll probably.
Oh,
My
oh.
suggestion: he will play Lat Murray probably if Carson's out, but he'll definitely be
Yeah, 'cause
playing
his
him
issue is he
if
doesn't really have a,
Kamara's out.
He doesn't really have a backup running back.
I mean, he's got
I
Peterson.
have
Mike.
Lat Murray.
Peterson.
When Mike Davis becomes useless, like
Travis
he's like,
Homer. What are you talking
What
about?
do you
It's Travis
mean
Homer.
I mean,
Well,
Peterson's probably the
What
guy.
was Mike Davis scoring in the first 3 weeks of the season?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Ooh.
Click Mike Davis. Click Mike Davis. I want to see.
All right, we'll see here. Let's
Moving
see.
on.
Mike Davis.
Go to the game.
I
log.
guarantee he'll score more than
Where's
fucking Christian
scroll down,
McCaffrey.
down,
There.
down, down.
Zero.
I mean, that was the first
Zero,
zero,
and
and then
Zero,
McCaffrey.
and then the injury.
Yeah,
McCaffrey got
and he
hurt.
has been having slow weeks the last 2 weeks, so maybe he's getting tired.
So,
Maybe he can't make
He's
it a whole
getting
season.
back into it. He's getting
Okay.
right back into it.
All right, so you are taking Zach still. All right, slaps.
By landslide,
Yep.
I'm
Oh.
gonna go with my good friend Zach.
Wow.
I see your DM slaps. That's not gonna help you.
Zombie.
Jesus
No, I'm still,
fucking
going, I'm
Christ.
still going with Zach.
Okay.
Zach is starting 3 clowns. Antonio Clown Brown,
Uh-huh.
Allegedly.
Clown Mike Davis,
Okay.
and Clown Run Slants Mike.
He could.
And then he had-
Zach could have one more clown in Hollywood Brown if he hits me up.
And-
Yeah.
Not
and
nice.
then he has
Yeah,
a
go for it.
Yeah,
and
eyes.
then he had- and
I
then he
can't
has
start
a,
him all.
and then he has a child abuser on his bench.
Whoa.
This is disgraceful.
Alleged.
Whoa.
Actually, he's not even.
Zombie, you have a child.
Whoa.
You're starting
Here.
lineup.
Here's
Yeah, Zombie, you have Tyreek Hill. I wouldn't go down the child
No,
abuser
no,
route.
it is a disgrace
Hey, my running back
that
hits
Zach
women.
has my boy Herb. It is a disgrace with these clowns around.
He's
I
on
am
right
picking
now,
Bill.
zombie.
You're taking
Zach.
Bill. Wow.
Picking Bill.
Oh my
Zach,
God.
you might as well,
Wow.
Zach, you might as well trade for Josh
It
Gordon.
is a
again.
disgrace.
Wow.
You guys are
I
just mad
tried.
because
I
you guys
tried to
on
get
Cream
something
Hunt who has a
like
nasty
that.
backhand.
Wow.
And a strong kick.
Yeah. All right, and Zach, I take it you're gonna win this game.
Why can't I play Bill this week?
Wait.
Oh
you
wait,
are.
wait, this is my week. This is my fucking week.
Yeah, you better not choke it, because you only get the one time. Okay.
Let's go.
Something tells me if you choke this one, you'll be in fantasy depression again.
I will be in fantasy depression for a whole
You'll be ditching the
year.
Jehovah's if you frickin' lose
Yeah,
this one.
mine's still on
Wait,
Yeah.
Zach, if you lose to Bill, is the Lord not real then?
He's already
Zombie,
ditched the
Lord has
Lord.
been
He's
gone
on
for about 2
Jehovah's.
weeks now.
He's the Jehovah's now. He's a believer in the Jehovah's.
Alright.
Yeah. All right. So that is the projections and the preview for this week. We'll see. By the way, Bill did take a tie in his matchup, so he thinks he's gonna
Oh
tie
my
with you,
fucking
Zach.
God, Jesus.
Okay.
Took a
Got
tie.
it. Yeah, you were picked a tie with you. So we'll see what happens there. All right. Real quickly before we get to Zach's segment, Pook,
Love Zach.
update some of your odds.
Yeah,
You have
you
some
love
new
to hear
odds
that.
this week as well as your playoff odds. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we have the biggest bust of the season that wasn't due to injury.
Okay.
It's Zeke. Zeke is the biggest bust.
Zeke. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do
Okay.
have Kenyon Drake there.
Whoa,
Zach
this
Ertz.
name!
Wow.
Wait,
Jake
Ertz with
Jin-
injury though.
Whoa.
Ertz ain't got
No,
injured.
Before he
got
was
injured,
hurt.
No,
him
I
and
mean, it's
Drake.
true.
Yeah. Okay.
DJ Chark, Drew Brees, and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
The greatest steal, I'd say James Robinson. Probably
Yeah.
everyone can agree with that.
Yeah.
I put Gaskin Herbert there too.
Okay.
Respectable.
Con man
Oh.
of the year. We have
Wow.
Zombie and Slaps there.
Neck and
Pusa's
neck.
third. I don't know why I put Pusa there.
I
I just
would
put
never
him.
put Pusa.
Wow.
To not
But-
win another game.
Oh, to not win another game. Bill
Wow,
is plus
jeez.
300 to not win
Wow.
another
So
game.
you're predicting Bill doesn't win
Wow.
any more this year. Wow.
And then Pusa's plus 700 to not win another game. Then we
Is
have
that because of
Cheese at plus,
schedule or because you think his team is trash?
combination.
Oh, okay.
And then we have Cheese and Pete. Cheese and Pete are probably going to win our game, but
Okay.
it's Pete. I hope Pete doesn't. And then playoff odds, we have Pete and Bill definitely not making the playoffs. They're fucking garbage.
Okay.
Cheese, you're probably not going to make the playoffs either.
Still a long
Very
shot.
rude.
Wow. Damn.
And Ernie. Really, everyone from Zach up has a shot to make the playoffs.
Wow.
You put him
everyone-
mad at negative
But
1.
Ernie has the same record as those other people above him.
Yeah, that's where team comes into effect.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Zach's
Wow.
wide receivers are very, very good.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. Thank you, Pook, for those odds. Interesting.
Unbelievable.
All right,
Segment
Zach.
Title name.
Alright, shut up.
Time for the segment. Take it away.
Let's get into it. Zach 10K is completely unbiased and true election based rankings.
Okay.
Well, this
Whoa.
week, as we all know
Whoa.
what's going on in the world, we have the presidential election.
Yes.
So we have themed up this week for our rankings, and we have political people. So
Wait,
here's
what
what's
picture
happening.
is that bottom middle?
who's
What's
that?
the
Yeah,
bottom
That
middle?
is Blowout Nancy getting her blowout without a mask on.
Is that
What?
Bill? Is that
That
Bill's
was
favorite
not
gift?
me. That was
That's in California where she didn't wear a mask
That
and got her
was-
blowout.
Zach, I can't
Man.
believe you put that
Is that
there.
Bill's favorite
That
gift?
was the
in the middle
graphics, man. So here's what we did. We paired everybody in our league up with their running mate, who they're going to be running for president with.
no.
Wow.
I
Interesting.
have a
That's
political
what's
picture I could
happening.
put.
Interesting. Okay.
Let's
With
get right
flashback.
into it.
Look at that
Number
one-term
one.
president in the bottom right.
Number one, we have Javon Wims and political powerhouse Manny Pacquiao.
Nice.
We all know why these two are paired together.
They pack a
That
punch.
Javon Wims motherfucker, they pack a punch, they sure do.
Hashtag
That
fuck
Javon
Javante
Wims
Davis.
guy hit the motherfucker who allegedly fought Can't Guard Mike. So Manny Pacquiao and Javon Wims are the great duo at number one.
Okay.
Number two, we have question two. And it passed. You love to see it. You love to see question two
Question 1
passing.
passed in New Jersey.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what
Zach don't
Uh,
care about
legal
that.
marijuana.
Jeez.
But we
Legal
all
Yes.
know question two, and it
We
passed.
all know
You
question
love to
one.
see that. Oh, is that the weed one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be taking a trip to
Hey.
New Jersey.
Oh.
Actually, just kidding.
Yikes.
I have a job.
You're turning into golden. Yikes.
Number three, we have Hunter and Barron Trump.
Wow.
These two go well together as they're
Wow,
both
that's-
like
What is
16
Hunter's
years
picture?
old.
It's a nice little
And
young
they kinda
young
look
future
like
right
each
there.
other.
Yeah.
Young future.
Why does Baron? Why does
Hopefully
Hunt
dies
Baron
in
just look
Corona.
so sad in every picture?
Wow.
Baron
so
Trump
sad,
needs to go into
because
AAU.
I've
If-
never seen
if
him smile.
Baron needs to grow some fucking balls.
I would look that
Wow.
sad if I was Hunter too, if I had that body.
Oh my god.
Number 4, we have Golfer and Lindsey Graham.
Nice winner last
Li-
night, Lindsey Graham. I think we're winning then.
Lindsey Graham is
but,
just
you know.
a 40-year older version of Golfer. I
Hey.
swear, from the 2 or 3
Yeah, that's not a
pictures
compliment.
I've seen
I will
of
take that.
Golfer,
That's not a
Those
compliment.
I
His
take
name's
that as a
Lindsey.
compliment.
and
The
the
girl's
way
name.
they talk, it just
Nice.
they spew Republican shit out of their mouth. It's just the
Jeez.
same way of talking.
Hey, winner
If
last
you ever
night. You love to
listen
hear that.
Lindsey Graham
It's
talk,
not a.
you know why. You understand.
Wait, do you notice in that picture how Trumpet would like hold his hand up, but he can't? So instead, Lindsey Graham's holding onto his wrist while Trump's
Hey.
fist is just up.
Oh, shoot.
Wow.
He's-
Wow.
Hey, I
Yo,
have my
you guys
fist.
noticed that
I have
when-
my
you guys
fist
noticed-
up for Black Lives Matter. What?
Have you guys
Oh
noticed
my
when
God.
What's going on YouTube?
Wait, when-
I
when-
don't condone any
I'm
of
listening
these
to
things.
Cheese.
guys,
Let's
guys,
see
when,
what
when
Cheese has
Trump
to say.
stands,
We all know
it
what
looks
he's
like
gonna
he's like. It looks like he's a centaur. There's no back part.
Yeah, I
forward.
posted
Number
that.
5.
Yeah.
Let's get right
So
to
good,
number
it's so
5. Ernie and
Oh,
Bill Dodd.
nice.
I would like to add a picture to this show. I
Love
would
Bill
like to add a
Dodd.
picture of
Too
the
late,
president
Ernie. You had to
show
submit
here.
it before the show.
Ernie,
Graphics
Bill
can't
Dodd.
happen. Bill Dodd. You love to hear
is
that.
the guy who is blocking California
Yeah.
sports betting.
Stupid
Nice.
faggot. I DM'd him on Twitter.
Ernie,
He
I'm
hasn't
sure
gotten
you
back to
voted
me.
for him.
I tweeted at him.
Nice.
He has not
Alright,
gotten
just get a
to me yet.
VPN.
Ernie, this is no way to talk to your running mate.
Yeah, right.
I sent him a message. He hasn't responded.
Is this the
You look
highest
so
Ernie's ever
happy
been?
next to him.
Is this the
Ernie,
highest
post
Ernie's
a
been in the
post a
rankings?
message in the chat.
No, Ernie's been
Alright.
higher.
Okay, number 6.
Number 6. We have Bill, and who else other than Bill Clinton? He did have sexual relations with that woman, but it was only for reproductive purposes.
Oh my god.
Because we all fucking know Bill has like 5 kids. And that's why he's not here right now.
Okay.
His running mate could be
Moving
Philip
on.
Rivers.
Well, Ernie actually tweeted
Yeah,
that Bill Dodd.
He's almost
on
Philip Rivers.
Oh,
We have Pooley.
Oh my
and Kim
God.
Jong-un. I
Got
think
to
we
them
all know why
eyes.
these two are together. They can rule the
They're
world with one
twins.
another.
Oh my god, Ernie.
Whoa! You said it, not me. You said it, not me. But these
Oh,
two
no.
are the perfect pair for ruling the world with one another. Great job, Pukli. Any comments on that one?
no.
Do you think you could rule the world well with Kim Jong-un?
No, he's too fat.
Whoa.
That is
Wow.
no
I
way
mean,
to
it's
talk to
true.
your running
Don't
mate.
say that in North Korea. You'd be killed.
I'd be killed just stepping into North Korea.
Oh,
So would
one
Ernie.
way to find out.
Wait,
Slave, actually.
Number 8.
I think they'd make Ernie a
Number
slave.
8. We have Matt and Richard Nixon. We all know Richard Nixon
this
is
is
well
accurate.
known for trying to steal and gain as much personal information as he can, as we all know
this
from
is accurate.
Watergate.
Nixon went down in flames.
Nice.
Just
They're
like
having a
that.
little
Yep.
drink there too. That's
Yep.
pretty
Oh,
sick.
the drink as well.
Yeah.
The drink as well. So personal
Wait, who's that
information
supposed to be,
gathered
though?
and drinking.
Who's
That's
the
Matt.
person on the right? No, who's the actual
It's
person
Matt.
on the right?
Who knows?
It's
Who fucking
Matt.
knows?
What?
That's Matt. Yeah.
No, okay, that's not what I'm asking.
God, you fucking
body.
political motherfucker. Number
Jesus.
9. Slaps and Brexit. This was clearly the political person to pair slaps with, as we all know
Boris Johnson.
exactly what Brexit is and exactly
Look at the
if it's in
Photoshop
effect or
skills.
not. Yeah, great graphics, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Brexit. Great
Why do you
job. Slaps,
Photoshop him on a
Brexit.
woman?
That's part of it, Poop. Come on. That slaps. All right.
That is slaps, as we all know.
I'm excited to see who I'm with.
You have nice
Oh,
ones.
yo, shit. Number-
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst thing you could have done. That's the
His
worst.
favorite political person in the
No,
world.
it's the
His
worst.
running mate. His number 1. His right hand man.
You know what? You know what? He wins.
Cheese
He
and
ends up
Mitch
winning all the time. So I'll
McConnell.
take it.
Wow,
He never
so
loses.
Yeah,
you're
I
happy.
mean,
He
you're
never
happy
loses.
with
You're
McConnell.
photoshopped on Blowout Nancy. You ain't winning shit with that.
He never loses anything. So it's fine.
Number 11. we have Zombie and
What?
I did not say Crooked Hillary. I said Hillary.
What do you
Clinton,
mean? You
so
said
we all-
Crooked Hillary. I just put what you say in the fucking graphics.
That is not
What?
true, but I'll
I
allow it.
literally voted
Zombie.
against her last
Zo-
time. What?
Bullshit.
Yeah,
bullshit.
you didn't even
What do you
vote.
mean?
You're
You
a
don't
lying
leave your
motherfucker.
room.
You didn't vote this year. Why did you vote
Zombie
against her
Beast
last year?
and Crooked Hillary. Those two are a match made in heaven right there. Look at them.
I agree.
Look
What
at
an-
those two. Look at if you're not looking in the Discord right now, they look so similar.
Yikes. What
You
an
could
L.
mistake them for brother and sister.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
Number 12. We have Jack Pussy and Donald Trump.
What was that
as
Hey.
transition? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. You're going downhill. These rankings at the end are trash.
Wow.
Whoa, that was
Whoa.
cold. That was
Whoa.
that
Because
was
that.
you're a Donald
Zach.
Trump hater? Are you centrist,
Uh.
independent, Republican, Democratic fuck?
Whoa.
Jack Pussy and Donald Trump running together.
Wow,
So
great
we all
running
know
I
mate.
have
what
a, I
that
have a, I
means.
have a question. I have a
Great
question.
running
You
mate.
get,
What is your question, Pukli?
Would Trump wear a MAGA visor to pair with pussy?
Yes, they gotta
He
get that.
would. He absolutely would.
Gotta have that
Unbelievable.
synergy there.
Fucking MAGA pussies.
That's why he didn't win the election this year. He needed to wear visors.
Number 13. We have the Dallas Cowboys and JFK. John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
Whoa.
I
my
hope
God.
all these fucking Dallas Cowboys end up like JFK. I really do.
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa! I mean,
It looks
all
like the
defensive
Cowboys
Cal-
need to blow
Dallas
up their
Cowboys.
franchise.
I'd
Like,
love to see JFK calling a
JFK's,
safety
Well,
there.
Ernie, Zeke's looking kind of
JFK.
fat in that picture. I'm kind of worried.
They
He's a
better
bit chubby
watch-
there.
Great call by JFK for
They
the
better watch
safety.
out for Lee Harvey
He
Oswald.
is bulking up like Derrick Henry.
Number
No, he
14.
just looks fat.
Of course, we have Pete and Vladimir Putin. There's no way these two wouldn't go together. These scamming, conniving, cheating, lying
Lying.
fucks. Right? We all know what was happening. We all knew. You love to
You
see
spelled
that.
Vladimir
And
wrong.
that was not me. That was graphic, man. Vladimir
Bald.
Putin.
Bald.
Hey, I just went with Google. I typed it in on Google Images and he came up. I typed it in on Google Images, pictures of him, and that was how I typed the name, and it came up. So I thought it was right.
Yikes.
All right.
And that
I
concludes this week's ranking.
I think
So
Trump and
15?
Pussy are getting the win in that election. All right.
I like Manny Pacquiao and John Wins.
Okay.
Those are the two
All right. Thank you,
powerhouses
Zach,
right
for those rankings.
All right.
Thank you, as always.
gotta go.
Real quickly
Later.
on the
I
blackjack
gotta
table.
go. I got the short
As
quick
this
hit.
week
Have
was
a
a
nice
big
week.
yikes by most
Biden
of the
2020.
league. Huge yikes, as a ton of people did kicker and defense, and only one person won. And I only had a hand of 11 this week, so big yikes. I had Hasty get 1 point, Boswell get 4, Kamara get 0.3, and Lockett get 0.3 for a total of 11. So a very beatable hand. Pete went kicker defense. His kicker got 5 and his defense got 4 for a total of 9, so he did not win. If he would have took a hit, he probably would have won. Just saying. Hunter got unlucky. He did take a hit. He was the only one. He did kicker, defense, and hunt. His kicker got 7. His defense got 0. That's very unfortunate there. And Hunt got 0.3, so he came up with a total of 10. If his defense would have just got 1 fucking point, he would have won.
Move your mouse.
Oh, sorry. So you dropped a couple there, but still good. Cheese went kicker and defense. His kicker got 2. His defense got 0 for a total of 2 score. That's a yikes. Bill went kicker defense. His kicker got 5. His defense got 2 for a total of 7. Once again, not good. Pook went kicker defense. His kicker got 10. His defense got 10. His kicker went 13 for a total of 23. Not good enough. As I said, Matt was the only winner. His kicker got 12. His defense got 6 for a total of 8. He only was able to play one hand, so he won buck there. And that was it, because Ernie and
Ernie would've
Pussy,
won.
Ernie and Pussy both didn't send, and Slaps forgot to
If Ernie
send.
did kicker defense, it would have been a push.
Yeah, so he didn't send it in. I am going to say this week, if you want to play, put it in. If you don't want to play, then don't send it. I'm going to put in one reminder in the chat, and that's it. We will evaluate the game after this week, and depending on how many people we have play, we'll determine if we continue this or not. I may just pay out the people that have won and tried,
Ooh.
and the people that haven't won will not get anything. But we'll see what happens. I mean, this week was a week where the kicker defense came flowing in at Sunday right when I asked
Yeah.
reminder. So that just tells me that there's not a lot of interest, which is fine. If people aren't interested in the game, then we just won't do it, and I'll stop wasting my time doing all the math each week. So we'll see. But this was a definable winnable week if some people played their hands a little better. I don't know how many weeks we're going to do kicker defense, but it does not work like you guys think it would work. All right, so we'll see. If you want to play, send it. If you don't want to play, then don't send it, and we will stop the game. All right, final comments for this upcoming week in the fantasy. Huge week, as we said, as every game is a big one for everyone. The playoff standings will take a little more shape this week. We'll see what happens. Pook, any final comments on this week?
No.
No? Hunter?
Oh my
Pete tried to eliminate my season from even starting, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping to end his season's hopes.
Wow. Okay, I like that.
Whoa.
I like that. Ernie?
Good luck to everybody except for Craig. You're gonna lose this week, Craig. Get ready for the AIDS.
Okay. Zach already left. Pussy, is he still here? No? All right. Slaps?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hammering this week, Ernie. GG's.
Okay. And Zombie, final words.
Pook, the bullying ends this week.
Okay. All right. Good luck to everyone. Make sure you pay attention to COVID. Make sure that game plays tomorrow, because they might not if they keep on tests. Looks like it's going to play, but just keep an eye on it, as well as other games. Hopefully we won't have much longer of the COVID, but pay attention to your lineups. Thank you. Have a good week.